I'm all messed up. I don't know. But today, we're going to be talking about, we're going to kind of change up a little bit with what we're doing. We're going to kind of try and do segments with the podcast just because I feel like it's like we have a lot to talk about and we don't know how to, really how to do it. So we're going to start doing segments. So we're going to do some segments today. The first one we're going to do is called Consumer Reports. And this is specifically today, we're going to do Consumer Reports, our favorite crunchy things. And we'll kind of like talk about what crunchy is. And then we'll go into another segment. I think we're going to do a compound update. So we're just going to kind of talk about what's going on with a compound and all the changes. We may do another segment depending on time. so we'll see. We'll see where we are. But yeah, maybe we should just kind of start with what crunchy is. Because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it shocks me because I know exactly what crunchy is. But maybe that's because I kind of, I don't know, identify as such. Which is funny because that's one of the things I was going to talk about is not putting our identity in that. But anyway, so I will start. I feel like crunchy it's kind of like a lifestyle, and I feel like generally it's like alternative measures to the mainstream. But specifically, I think when it comes to like maybe like medicine or food or I don't know, there's like certain like hot topics that go into that, like grounding and that kind of stuff. So I feel like
there's a lot of things that fall under the umbrella.
Yes,
crunchy.
Definitely. And I feel like my favorite things that I ended up putting were so like vague, but it's like my entire life.
I saw this TikTok and it was more like, I'm not crunchy, I'm like scrunchy.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm scrunchy. Like, I'm not quite crunchy, but some things I do are.
I still want my latte.
Yeah, there's still some things I'm like, I'm not going to give that up. But
yeah, and when I was making this list, I was thinking like that, I don't know, I think that I don't know, I've had this conversation many times, but as a nurse, right? Like, I feel like I started out very like, Western medicine is, rules. And that was generally like, quote, the right way. And then I feel like I kind of swung way on the other side where I was like, if it's not natural, like, I don't want it. You know what I mean? Like, everything is bad for you in the world. And I feel like I really have settled right in the middle where, especially with children, because I have recognized that my doctor told this to me, my son's doctor. He was like, I'm a big fan of whatever works. And I was like, that is so true. And it really is exactly how I feel, because I just think that Yahweh is not limited to a box. No. You know what I'm saying? And it actually doesn't. Some things, this is the physical world, so you can make really good choices, but you know what? That does not save you. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of people, including myself, wanted to like die on a hill of like whatever, So
I've kind of like I think there's great things that you can do that are natural that will like help, but I also think like in some cases you do need to go to the doctor, and there are some like medications that are gonna help you. And like I just think that like the thing that works for one person is not gonna be the thing that works for another. And I feel like I agree. Like there can be like a lot of shame that happens like with one way or the other, like one side like attacks the other, and then like both ways. I'm just like,
that's so true.
Like you just have to do what is working for you, and if you pray about it and that's what Yah has planned for you, then like that's great.
I totally agree.
So I just feel like
100%.
There shouldn't be shame in either one. Like if that's what you're happy doing, and if that's what's working for you, then do that, because you just want to be healthy.
Crunchy is a label. I don't like labels, but we all know what it means. But I think that I'm finding that like I don't want to put myself in a box, and I will not. You know what I mean? And there's some things that maybe some people label as crunchy, some things that are not. And that's actually what we're going to do. We didn't say this, but we're going to do our 3 favorite crunchy things, and then our 3 favorite, like, non-crunchy things. So that'll be good. So cool. Chloe, you want to start us out?
Yeah, we're doing our favorite things first.
Sure. Let's do our 3 favorite. crunchy things first?
Well, which I'm like way behind the times on this actually, but I started making my own granola, which is like
yeah.
literally crunchy.
Yeah, totally. It's granola. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And it's so good. I don't know why and so easy. I don't know why.
How do you
took
do
me
it?
so long.
What's in it? What is it?
I just did oats and then whatever. I did almonds and pumpkin seeds and then coconut oil, honey, and I think some salt.
And
Do you like bake it or do you just
okay. So when you bake it, that's what makes it crunchy because the
yeah.
coconut oil like kind of fries it. Maybe?
Sorta, yeah.
Mm,
I don't know. It came out of the oven and it was crunchy. So.
Yeah, yeah. Is that what you gave me the other day? I tried a little bit of it. No, that stuff was really good, and it wasn't like super sweet. You know that Purely Elizabeth granola, so good, the best. And I looked up a copycat recipe because Noah likes it so much. And we were eating a lot of it. And then, like, for some reason, we kind of got off, so I never made the copycat recipe. But it's in the back of my mind. So it's good to know that the fruits of your labor are rewarding, you know, like on the granola. Yeah. So.
And then I feel like this is just something I use, like, every day. So I don't know. This is, like, a hard thing to say my top 3 favorites because I feel like there's a lot of things that I either take or do that are considered crunchy. So, like, how do you pick?
Sure.
But I put beef liver because
I almost put that. Yeah.
I took it while I was pregnant and then I'm like still taking it and I'm like convinced that's why my hair didn't fall out postpartum and I just like feel great when I take it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I love that, like when you find something that
makes you feel better.
That
You're
actually
not just like blindly taking stuff.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes, because I think that there are a lot of blanket terms thrown out on both sides, you know, on just generally in the world. And I think that just like Kendall said, like not everything works for everybody, but when you do try something and it like makes you feel good, you're like, wow, like I'm so glad. So I love that. I really did almost put that, but I ran out of my bottle of beef liver like a month and a half ago and I haven't ordered any more.
I was like, well,
so
I have some
to.
that I think Keely or you like gave to me because I like when I cut my hair I was like, oh, I want it long again.
Yeah.
You know, like take this, and I'm absolutely horrible about taking like supplements and vitamins. I just don't remember to do it. So there's a whole jar over there.
Yeah.
If you want some?
Yeah, I do want it.
You can have it because I'm
You
not
don't
gonna
want
do
it?
it. I'm just horrible. Like I know like that whole.
You need to get a little cute. You need to get a cute.
I told Micah that he was like,
organizer.
yeah, you're gonna look
Agreed.
at it, think it's cute, and you're gonna walk away. I'm like,
Probably.
probably.
Micah. I love that he's encouraging you to take your eye on drinks. That's so funny. I'm taking that bottle. If you don't want it, because
I was like, clearly it's not getting used.
yay.
So.
Okay, actually, I'm excited. I've been hesitating. This is terrible, but I've been hesitating because I feel like my money is like I'm kind of putting it elsewhere.
No, because it's expensive.
Yeah.
Because I was like looking at it like on Amazon, and then I talked to y'all about it. And Keely was like, or you, I don't remember which one. Was like, just take
At one
this.
time, my
It was
mom had
Keely.
like a bunch of beef liver for
It
some
was-
reason.
Maybe,
yeah,
and
it
then
was
that's
so
what
it probably
because I was
was her.
like,
I
it's
was
like
there the day.
$40, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh, I'm not gonna do that. And then she was like, here you go.
I started buying one that
I
was
took it like 2 times maybe.
35. Yeah. Well, and you said that you get sick when you take pills too, don't you?
Yeah, I can't like take pills on an empty stomach or
Just
too
take
early
the
in the
beef
morning.
liver powder.
Absolutely.
Oh no.
I had a
Honestly,
coworker.
I was
doesn't
like,
it
yeah.
taste?
Yeah, I had a
Tastes like
coworker
liver.
that did it, and I was also pregnant, but I was like, you have to get that out of here. Like, I can just smell
If
it.
You had
it
a what?
smells, I can't
A
take
coworker.
it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like even like allergy pills, like I have to eat something before I take it because I will literally get sick.
That's crazy.
funny.
I believe you though. I totally believe you
Well,
that it
when
makes your stomach upset.
When I got sick, Micah like handed me like a plate full of pills to take, and
that
I was like,
me. I
yeah,
gave you
that's
35
not.
things, and he brought it up here to you.
And I was like,
she's not
yeah.
gonna take these, but I have
I was
to
like, because I
try.
have to eat something and I can't keep anything down. So I was like, this
Right.
isn't gonna work.
Right. Yeah, I know. It's so crazy because that does not happen to me. I can just take them anytime. But
I
it's
have to-
it
difficult
takes
for
me-
me to swallow.
I was about to say,
I
I
can't
have to take them
swallow
one at a
pills.
One
time.
at a time.
And
And
Riley
I-
makes fun of me because he's like,
And I
all
have
of
to
them.
have water, and Mike will take like 2 pills without water. I'm like, how do you do that?
I don't know how people take pills
Because I
without
will
water.
Literally,
Yeah.
like,
My patient was
like, you're
like,
gonna choke.
Well, I don't want to
When
use that
I
term,
had
but my
to-
patient's just like, take 12, and I'm like,
no. When I had to start taking like grown-up allergy medicine, my mom would have to cut
what's grown-up
like
allergy?
a pill. Like I would
Oh.
always have to take the
Oh,
liquid because I
like-
couldn't take pills. So my mom would have to cut it in half, and I'd spend 30 minutes in the kitchen trying to get one half of the pill down.
that's crazy.
And sometimes I'd
She
make
should have
myself
said, do
throw
you
up.
want to take it or do you mean to shove it down your throat? That's what my mom would say.
Mm-hmm.
But that was with liquid medicine. I couldn't do liquid medicine.
I will take liquid any day.
My mom's doctor, my pediatrician, when I was really little, told my mom, buy a tube of those mini M&Ms and have her practice swallowing those because she'll want to take the mini M&Ms.
But then you missed the flavor of the M&M.
Well, yeah, but that's not the point. I was like 4.
Oh.
So she, like, you know, I thought I was just eating it. Like, it was amazing. So she'd give me one at a time, and we practiced taking that with water. And so I could take pills, like, so young. Yeah.
No, we did not do
Because I was like, oh, she'd give me a pill. She'd be like, just like the M&M. And I'd be like, oh, okay. And I would just, like, take it. Yeah.
We also...
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
I just hated taking medicine in general. And there was one time I was like, had strep throat or something, and I got given this like really nasty, disgusting medicine, and I like threw a fit taking it every time. And so my great aunt, she's like a pharmacist, so she was like, just put some Hershey's chocolate syrup in there, mix together, and take it. And I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, now I'll take it.
Shiloh will take his cod liver oil and chocolate milk, and he has no idea it's in there. It's amazing.
So
honestly, actually, that's the only way I'll take it. Because it's so strong.
Oh, do you do like the actual oil?
I do the actual liquid for Shiloh.
Oh,
but
okay.
I bought the capsules for myself
I can't
because
do those.
yeah. Anyway, yeah.
And then my last thing, which I've been whatever. Sprouts is like my favorite grocery store in the whole world.
I love
groceries.
So good.
Which I just love grocery shopping in general.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
Sprouts
is
just so fun, and they have so many options without seed oils or whatever you're like.
And the packaging is so cute.
And the packaging is cute.
What is it about healthy food? They make it look so like.
My mom went to Sprouts with me a couple weeks ago, and she was like, I can't go back. Like, I didn't even get actual groceries, and I spent way too much money because everything was just.
Yeah,
she's like, I bought yogurt because it was cute.
Yeah, no, but I think there's also something to be said about like. I don't know. It's like that. Like whenever we're gonna have that homemakers party or whatever. I think that like making your food like presentable. It's like this woman like instinct to want your food to be like beautiful. I know that's like so random, but I do feel like packaging like appeals to that part of us to want to make everything beautiful. You know, so yeah. I'm avoiding the word feminine, but I don't know why. That's really kind of what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why. I think because I keep seeing all this stuff about women being like stepping into my feminine, and I'm like, I don't know. I just the way that they're phrasing it makes it just seem weird. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry if you use that phrase. I don't want to like offend anyone, but I just don't like it. Anyway, yeah. I think because it feels like this weird
like feminism like movement.
No, not like that. Like it makes me feel like it's like a spell or something.
Oh,
I don't know. It's
I
just
like when
weird.
people say like they have their pink.
Oh,
yeah, I use like the
Getting
pink and blue. Like I was on the phone with
too.
Micah because I had to take the car. I was like, and like something went
This
wrong.
is
I was
a
like,
blue
this is a blue
job.
job. This is not a pink job. I should not be doing this.
Oh, I hadn't seen that.
like-
That's funny.
I told Laramie that when we got married. I was like, I do the pink jobs, you do all the blue stuff.
Yes,
That's so funny.
I always say
You
that
take
to
out the
Micah.
trash.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is not what's happening in our house. Because Noah's making all the bread. Noah is homeschooling most of the time, like 100%. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I deep cleaned my bathroom yesterday.
Feels
I'm talking
so good.
hands and knees, scrubbing the back of the toilet. I like got in there and it needed it. And now I was like,
Doesn't that feel
in the
so
bathroom.
good though?
I was in the bathroom today and I was like looking around and I was like, it is so clean in here. Like it felt so good. Yeah, it was like
Another bathroom story.
I know.
I was about
know.
to say everything happens in the bathroom.
It was like sparkling. And then Noah, he got out of the shower and he was like, the handle was like really shiny. And I was like, you know what I mean? It made me feel so good.
I did all that hard work for something.
Yeah. Well,
Actually.
he came
You
home and
noticed.
he was like trying to tell me a story and he was like, and I was like actively like cleaning the bathroom, you know. And I said something like, I am listening. I'm just like in the zone. And he was like, that's rude. And I was like, it's rude that I'm cleaning the bathroom to serve you better or something. And he was like, well, you're not listening. And anyway, it just hard. We can cut this out. He thought I said I was not listening. So that's why he said that. We can cut all that. It doesn't matter. Okay, sorry. I don't even remember where we were. Talking about pink.
Yeah,
blue.
pink and blue job.
Feminism. Cute packaging Sprouts. Okay, that's where we came from. Yeah.
Am I supposed to say Laramie's favorite thing too? No? Or do we want to wait?
I guess
Did
you
he do
can
favorite and non-favorite?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe yes. Do Laramie's so
Okay.
people don't get confused.
Laramie's favorite non-crunchy thing, which I
Wait,
told
you
him
didn't
about.
do your non-crunchy.
I mean crunchy.
Okay,
Whatever.
his
I don't
favorite
know.
crunchy thing. Okay.
So the brand Attitude. Have y'all seen that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's like a clean like shampoo body soap kind of brand.
Okay.
But they make a shampoo like block, like bar or whatever, which my hair's too long. I wouldn't like it.
What is it with guys and like a block of soap? I'm like, Mike is like, I have to have the bar soap. I'm like, I don't want the bar soap.
Yeah, I hate bar soap.
Why do you want a bar?
That's funny. But, I'd buy the Castile soap and Noah just uses it.
No, Mike is very particular about
so
his. He has like a whole like regimen in there.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
No, he's very.
That's really funny.
But he's all about this bar shampoo. He like loves it. It does smell really good.
Awesome.
And he doesn't even have to use conditioner. So.
Yeah, that's nice.
And he's like yesterday he was like, I think I'm gonna have this forever. Like it lasts so long.
Oh my gosh. Like, okay. I love when he like gets into stuff. That's funny. That's funny. I'm gonna get that for Noah.
That's it.
Oh, that was the only thing? Okay, cool. All right. That's so funny. I feel like I could think of a lot of things that lure me, but only because he's like medically minded. The paramedic.
Oh, I just did one for each.
Yeah, that's great. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna go. So my favorite crunchy things. It's so broad. I just put the like the Whole Foods. It feels like a movement, you know, but like truly just like getting in the kitchen and cooking it up with ingredients you got from the store. Like, I know that's so vague, but that is like, just like really trying to buy as little pre-prepared foods at the store and doing it yourself. Like, it's so satisfying to me to just like, and it's crazy because I really don't find myself cooking very often. I think just because like of like life in general, I feel like like when I'm working, I don't cook on the days that I work. And if I do, it's like a slow cooker situation. But even then you can still have really good food. Basically just food. I don't know. Like that's what I put. I put other things like nutrition. I like the idea that recognizing that I feel really different when I eat foods that really are whole foods, you know what I mean, compared to like other things. I like that. And then I put fueling your body with creation. I don't know why I wrote that down, which I just feel like, I don't know. Mine were very vague. So basically this one is just food, but it is how I feel. And then I was specifically thinking about beef tallow because I was like beef in general, because I almost put the beef liver, but I was like beef liver, like the beef tallow, like for the skin, because I got really into that. I stopped using it for a while, but I've been thinking I may, because I have some more. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna use it. And then just like cattle in general. I don't know. I was just like milk. I was like, cows are the best. Like everything about them. So I couldn't pick just like one thing. So I literally would just put Whole Foods. And then I put, my second favorite thing was herbs. Like herbalism. I feel like I've always been really like interested in that. I would love one day to have like a herbal garden situation where we could like pick them and dry them and make like tinctures and salves and teas and like all the things. I think that is a goal that I have, you know, like to use, even if it's small. It doesn't have to be like big, like every herb in the world. But
when I was at the birth center and they were like trying to do the natural induction, she was like, oh, take these herbs. And I was like, okay, like I'm just like I'm just like, let's get this show on the road, you know? And I like took it and I wasn't expecting it to be a tincture. And I was like, I just like couldn't stop coughing. She was like, oh yeah, forgot to warn you.
That's so because it was like an alcoholic tincture. Yeah. And I like got really into, I say really into, it's not necessarily that I've implemented these things, but like kind of going down the rabbit hole. How you can make tinctures. This is not really a tincture, but it's an oxymol. So it's like apple cider vinegar with dry herbs, and then you let them sit for like 30, 60 days, and then you cut them with honey. So it's like apple cider vinegar and honey with the herbs. And I've heard that people say their kids really like them because it's like sour candy. And I'm like, oh, that's genius. Like whatever herb you need, like the remedy that you need. I just thought that was really smart. But like, the tea, I was actually going to put teas, and I was like, well, why do I like tea so much? Because it's like herbal, and the company Symbi, Symbi, they make a lot of different teas for a lot of different things, and I used their liver tea with my first pregnancy, and I'm pretty sure that's why I didn't have gallbladder issues, and I didn't drink it the second time, and I did have the minor gallbladder issues, so I'm like, oh, I should have had that, you know? And then, I said matcha is an herb, you know, kind of, because like, granted, I'm really into matcha right now. And then like the company Earthly, this is all still under the umbrella of herbs. We're all on the same thing. But the company Earthly, I just literally like everything that they sell, I think, is so awesome because they sell that charcoal powder toothpaste. Love that stuff. The deodorant do not.
I was curious. I saw that on the email, and
I'll bring you some because we have 2 whole things of it, and I really did not really like it very much. And there's a different natural deodorant that I do. I actually didn't put on deodorant today. I just remembered. That's not good. I meant to, but I didn't. Anyway, I just think that like the whole company, Earthly, is just like everything's herbal, and it's all like not very expensive, and they like teach you how to do it yourself. I think it's so cool. Love that. And then the third thing I put was just Branch Basics, like everything about them, the cleaner. I literally just think they're so amazing. Why are you laughing?
No, because I like it. I think it's great.
They like, because they have the, I feel like an ad. They have
for this, yeah. I'm like, I've heard you pitch it to my mom a couple of times.
I know, we were talking about it earlier. You're like, you need to use Branch Basics on that stain. I was like, okay.
Oh, I did say that.
Did I tell you she did? When we went to Target, she was like, oh, where's Branch Basics?
We need to look for it.
They didn't have it.
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
That's ridiculous.
But I feel like the Lake Worth Target
and
doesn't have as much as like the super.
Well, I looked
Target.
online and it said that they're not selling it anymore. At least there.
At Target?
At least the one in Lake Worth.
Well, I was looking
I didn't know
at like a brand of like just like body soap at Target that they used to have because I've bought it before there and they didn't have it anymore, but it sold at other Targets. So I'm like, what is up with the Lake Worth Target?
That's weird. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I love them because they have the dishwasher
pods.
Thank you, pods. And they have the concentrate, which is just like gets every stain out that I've ever had. It's amazing. And it like then the laundry detergent, which is like a powder. And it's the only natural. I have tried every single natural laundry detergent, soap, homemade, you name it. I've tried everything, and nothing really cleans our clothes except for this. I just like it's the best ever. Those are my 3. Oh, should I tell?
No.
Should I do Noah's? He said kombucha. It's his favorite country thing. He loves that.
I do love
Nana's kombucha.
Specifically, Nana's kombucha.
Hers is the best.
The store-bought is just not the same. Hers is really the best. And then he was like, I like that medicine doesn't taste awful. I should have put it in quotes, but that's exactly what he said. I'm always like, take this. You know, like all these like tinctures and stuff. And then sourdough, obviously. He's the Mr. Baker. But he actually didn't say sourdough. I was like, this is your 3rd. And he was like, oh, yeah. Like, because he's always like baking it up. And he just like loves everything.
Yeah, he's really adventurous with his sourdough.
I know, those pretzel bites, dude.
So good.
They were so good.
Like, I requested them at Micah's graduation party. Like,
it was so funny. Micah said, I felt kind of bad that I like weighed into Micah a little bit. Remember, because Micah was like, I don't like them.
Oh, yeah, he just he's not really a pretzel person, though. Like, he doesn't like soft pretzels or stuff like that.
That's crazy.
Which usually I'm not like a pretzel person either, but Noah's specific pretzel bites with that sauce, like,
I was afraid he was hurting Noah's feelings. I was like, don't speak to my husband that way. And I was like,
oh, 80%.
Yeah. I mean, it's his brother.
I know. I was like totally joking, except that I like wasn't though. I was like, oh, we're just feelings. He made pretzel bites for you. But then I felt bad. So I was like, oh, I hope we didn't hurt Micah's feelings. So we were just like going in circles. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, no, I agree. And then the tortillas, the sourdough tortillas, those are really good. And he always makes this pizza crust. And next he's going to make me some chocolate chip cookies with the sourdough. Because I can't make chocolate chip cookies.
He needs to do the brownies. They're so good.
Yeah, those that you made were really, really good. Those were so good.
Laramie's always wanted me to make those.
That's good.
Okay.
Take it away, Kanal. I'm really excited to know what you said. Because you didn't tell me intentionally.
No, because I was excited about it because it just came in today.
What is it?
It's sunscreen. So I'm really big on like the...
I knew you were going to say this.
I just am on a kick about like how bad sunscreen is for you, and like one of the chemicals literally like turns into a carcinogen when you get into the sun, which literally like in my mind like doesn't make sense. I'm like, well, that's not good.
Right.
You know, like your skin is your like biggest organ.
Right.
So you need to like the stuff that you put on it. Obviously, all the stuff I put on my skin is not always. But this is like
but
a
you
hill.
don't have to be all or nothing.
But this is like a hill that I will die on. This is sunscreen. And I will spend money on sunscreen.
Yeah. Did you look at the Earthly one?
I have looked at that one and I almost bought it.
I like 3 different ones because I used to use the native sunscreen and then I like dived into that and it like still was not good for you. Because it was like on like a 1 to 10 scale, like the regular, like, 10 was bad, and the native was an 8. I was like, oh, that's still not good for you. So then, me and Brooke were actually talking about this last night, and she, like, went on Yucca and was, like, looking at all these different sunscreens, and some of them were, like, $40. I am not going to spend $40 on a 3-ounce tube of sunscreen.
How much was the Earthly one, do you remember?
I don't know, but it wasn't $40.
Yeah, but it should be.
I was like, it's sitting over there. It's like Badger sunscreen. It was a 93 out of 100 on Yucca.
I've seen that one at Sprouts.
And it was like $16 on Amazon, I think, and it's like,
that's pretty good.
Because the thing I don't like about like a lot of natural sunscreens is like the zinc is like so white and then it looks like you're a penguin. You know? So like, I don't like that.
I didn't know that.
And this one is a clear zinc.
Oh,
and
interesting.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I haven't tried it yet, but it came today.
I'm gonna get it.
So I'm so excited about it because I wanted the Primally Pure one, but that was $40 because they use like beef tallow, and I was like, I can't.
We just need to make our own.
We just need to make our own. Yeah.
If we all like did it together, it wouldn't be as expensive.
Yeah.
We just have it here.
We would have it here.
I feel like I wouldn't do it on my own because I'm just like lazy. But if I was like doing it with y'all,
well, you have to buy a lot of ingredients for it, really.
Well, and if we get the tallow from Costco, you know what I'm saying? You actually could probably just straight up rub on that beef tallow from Costco. That's right over there.
Yeah.
And then on with that,
but
if you wanted to.
I'm really excited because we spend so much time like outside in the sun, and like the other day I got like burned really bad, and now like my skin is peeling. I'm like, well, that's not good for your skin either. When you burn it like that, like that causes problems too. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, we have to get a sunscreen because Micah also got burnt pretty bad. I'm like, we need a sunscreen that's gonna work because we're going to the beach and we're gonna be in the sun all the time.
Yeah.
And we just need something that's gonna work for us.
No,
so
I am big on that. Like I think that it's really interesting that it is a very common belief that the sun causes cancer. I don't agree with that because I'm like, Yahweh literally made the sun.
But I do think when you like
the sun
burn,
it
can
but
cause
the burning, you don't want to
it's from the seed oil.
and we eat the seed oils and then we burn.
Really fries you.
No, seriously.
But I'm not gonna cut all the seed oils out of my life. So
well, no, I'm with you.
But
I love that.
The sunscreen thing is a really big thing in my mind, so that's one thing.
Well, and I like because you're really into skin. You're always teaching me stuff about skin.
Yeah, all my stuff has to do with skin.
Yeah, I love that because I'm not like good about that. So I love hearing what you teach me because you teach me a lot. So I love that.
Well, skin cancer is just like so common. So I'm like, you have to protect your skin because
it's your biggest organ.
Yes, and it like literally like just soaks up and goes all in your body. So I'm like, you know, not like, I don't know.
No, I'm with you.
But
I'm following you.
I'm really excited.
100%. I'm right here on it. Okay, I'm way up here with you.
Also, another thing is like the beef tallow. I use beef tallow on my face every night and sometimes in the morning too.
Wow.
But
and your skin's been looking really good.
I tried all like the other stuff, like all the chemicals for my skin, and nothing just like healed it up. Like red light is also another one of my things, but red light and beef tallow is like my skin has never been so clear. Because how I figured that out is because before the wedding I was like tanning a tanning bed, and the tanning bed I had red light in it, and the place I went to had a lot of like red light therapy machines.
That's crazy.
So I was doing all of that, and my skin was so clear. Like I've always had horrible like acne, and before the wedding, like leading up, like my skin was perfect.
Interesting.
So I was like, I'll still get like hormonal acne and stuff like that, but I haven't been using my red light as much lately just because we've been outside a lot because it's summer. But during the winter, I use that red light therapy thing.
That's what's so crazy is like people are like, red light's amazing, and then they're like, the sun gives you cancer, and I'm like, it's the same. Like red light is from the sun. But you know what I mean?
I've noticed like when I'm in the sun, like during the summer, and I've noticed this like years and years ago. When I'm like tanning outside, like my skin just does so much better.
Too. The sun is so
and I'm
good
like,
for my skin.
it just like clicked for me now is like the beef tallow, and I also like cut down.
Okay? Yeah, there was a mosquito. Sorry.
Like on the like makeup I use, because I noticed like some makeups were causing me to break out more, so I like got rid of those, and I got like I just don't use makeup as much now that my skin is clear.
Yeah.
But I got this like foundation It's like ilia. I don't know if that's how you say it or not, but
I don't know what that is.
it's like it's like good for your skin.
Yeah, I think
like
I've seen that.
Yeah, and that's like the only foundation that does not cause breakouts for me because I have like such sensitive skin on my face.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my 3.
Those are your 3. So the red light therapy, you do it just on your face?
No, like I do my whole body. Literally, like my. Like,
that's why your thing is so big over there.
Okay. And then it'll like blow up that whole like red. It's just.
And so how frequently do you do that? If you do it every time you want to, how frequently would you do it?
I try to do it at least like 3 times a week, 3 or 4 times a week.
How long are you leaving the light on?
Just like whenever I have time. Like it says don't go over 30 minutes, but when I was tanning, I did it for like, you can only stay in the tanning bed for like 10 minutes. So I would just like, if I have time to do 30 minutes.
You do it?
Yeah, and if I have time for 10, then I do that. You know, I kind of like, this is like, I'm getting like something.
Yeah.
I feel like it.
So do you do it like, it doesn't matter if you do it in the morning or at night? No.
Just whenever I have time. Because I also used to get like bumps on my skin and like breakouts on my skin. And ever since that, I don't have that problem.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love it.
That is so neat. Yeah. You're selling
it's
me.
It's my favorite thing.
I've been influenced.
My parents got it for me for my birthday, and I've literally it's the best.
Does your mom do it?
I think she does. I don't know if she uses it
just on her face.
Yeah, I think because I saw like her get it, and Nana was talking to me about it because I was talking to her about like the tanning bed and like the red light and all that. So I think her and my mom like sold me on it. But I don't think I was talking to my mom about it the other day, and I don't think she like uses it so often, but when she does, she like likes it.
Right. My mom, she told me that she bought one, like the little box that everyone was selling to her, the Lumi box or whatever the heck it's called. And I don't know if she's using it or not. I'll have to ask her. But I've seen a lot of stuff about, like, I don't know, it's just made me think of Shiloh because he has the swollen tonsils. And I've actually seen people put the red light on their throat for like 5 or 10 minutes every day when they're having like allergies or like, you know, swollen throat, and it's supposed to help with that. So I'm like, you know what I should have put on here is castor oil.
I love castor.
I should have put that as my biggest 3 because I am, the things that has
I just truly believe that castor oil
fixes everything. It is really, I don't know. I'm sure that there's something that it actually doesn't help with, but I'm telling you. I think it's
my
just
mom
because
got the like castor oil like wraps that you can do, and I want those because now I just like rub it on me.
They have belly button patches, and you put it in your belly button and you put the patch on there while you sleep.
When I get like nauseous, because I don't know, I get nauseous a lot. I like put it in my belly button,
and it takes it away.
It fixes it. And then at night, like I'll like rub it on my belly, and it helps with like bloating and stuff like that.
Yeah, Nana gave me like a jar of some, and you know, I don't really know if I talked about this, but I had with y'all obviously, but when I had mastitis with Shiloh, and I had it for so long, and I started on antibiotics like right away, and I was on it for, I think it was like 10 days round, and then it didn't go away, so then I did antibiotics again, and it didn't go away, so I did antibiotics again, and they kept changing it. And you know, I'm like in the middle of like freshly postpartum with my first baby. I'm like, I don't have time for natural, I just need it to go away. And it did not work. It did not. It wasn't painful. That's what was so weird about it.
But it wasn't your mastitis painful?
Mastitis, with Ruth, because I was so engorged and I was trying to dry up. With Shiloh, though, that was what was so weird. It was not painful. It was the strangest thing, but it looked so bad. And then I had to have that procedure done, and then I had to have the other procedure done. It was so crazy. To y'all that are listening, it was so crazy, and it went on for so long. And the only thing at the end that ever got rid of it and kept it away forever was castor oil.
There you go.
And so after that, I'm just like, that was crazy. That was so crazy. I think Yahweh was trying to tell me to stop relying on anything. It doesn't matter that it was castor oil or not. I think he was just like, you just like rely on me. Anyway, but yeah, that was so crazy. I should have put that as my number 1, as my 3. Okay, what was Micah's favorite crunchy thing?
So Micah didn't. He said he's like, I don't know what my favorite crunchy thing is. So I kind of came up with him for him because
you know him.
Yeah. He's for the past couple of years he's really been into like hunting and like you know, bringing home food for us, just because, you know, it's not processed And so it's better for you. He does the butchering. He knows exactly, like, from when he's out there butchering the animal to when we, like, process or, like, when we package it in here, like, you know, like, there's no chemicals in it. Yeah. He's just very,
it's the best
like...
hobby ever.
Yeah, it's great awesome. Because we get deer meat all the time, turkey, like, it's the best. But yeah, he's been really into that. So I'd say like that was like his like crunchy thing.
That's really good. And he got Noah really into it as well. Noah already kind of really liked the idea of processing his own meat, and he really, Micah really helped him a lot with that. So yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. I like kind of like dread deer season because he's gone all the time. But I'm also like, he's also providing for us and like giving us food. So like we have to be okay with it. But I also want him to be home.
Right. And deer season is like, to them, it's like so short.
Him and Colton are already talking about it. That we always have to stop and look at all the deer. Like, oh, this one's this amount of points right now. They're going to be this many points. I'm just like, can we go?
And that is
Can we move on down the road, please?
Oh my gosh. I love that.
He has the binoculars out looking. Yeah. Like, oh, they're in velvet right now. I'm like...
Well, and my dad is like big hunter. You know, so I think that he loves it because like, you know, Calvin, like he loves it. And Emily would go hunting when she was younger, and now she like is not into it at all. Yeah. So anyway, I guess my point is like dad likes to teach too. So when Noah was interested, I feel like it was like exciting because he got to like teach someone, you know, like what he knows. So that was fun. Yeah, I love that.
Micah wants me to go hunting with him so bad. I'm just like, I don't mind eating the animal. I just don't want to be the one to kill it. So like, I will eat it all day long, no problem. But I don't want to I don't want to do it. But because that just makes me sad.
Me and Noah were always laughing because my mom, like one time they were like, my mom and dad were watching. We were all just like in the living room. They had the TV on, and it was like some hunting show, and it was like a lady, and she was like shot a deer, and you know, she was like shaking from adrenaline, and my mom was like, that is so weird. I do not like that. That is so strange. And we were like, Mom, like it's just adrenaline, and she was like, that's weird. So like anytime anything happens, I don't know, we're always like, I do not like that. That's weird. I don't know. It just like cracks me up. Like I don't know. Anyway.
But yeah, that's Micah's crunchy thing.
I like it. Okay, our favorite non-crunchy. This is actually going longer than I thought.
Yeah,
so.
I was afraid it was gonna be super short.
Yeah.
For my top one, I put. I actually can't even remember the brand name now, but it's these fragrance oils. I think it's like sand and fog?
Yes, I have some.
I couldn't remember if it was sand. I don't know. Anyway,
I think it's sand and fog.
Right?
I think so.
But I found them at like Marshalls and TJ Maxx, and it's just the best perfume that I have ever used. And I bought my mom some, and she walked in the living room earlier, and I was like, "You smell so good," and she was like, "Really? I can't smell." Because she still can't smell. That's such a bummer. But they just last so long, and they smell so good.
I don't have the perfume. I have the essential oil drops.
Oh, it's like fragrance drops. Yeah. Is it essential oil or is it?
It says that, but I feel like there's like.
Oh no, it definitely has like fragrance in it.
Got it.
It
which is why this is my non-crunchy
I was like, it smells way too good to be.
Yeah. That's what I didn't say was the herbalism that also has like essential oils in there, which I think is just so crazy. Anyway, yeah.
And then Jenna and Brooke, which are like my best friends, they got me for Mother's Day. It's like this random thing from Trader Joe's. It's like a lip mask, but I wear it as lip gloss all the time, and it's so amazing. And then I put Weck jars because I just use them all the time.
Surely that's crunchy. It's a jar. I love it. I maybe like in the Weck jar conversation too, when you started showing me videos of all the cute girls making their iced lattes in the Weck jars, all of a sudden it just started coming up on my feed, and I was like, this is like addicting. Like I love all the like latte, like how they're making their own syrups, and like I saw this one girl, and she like it made me think about us actually. And it was this one girl, and she was she like wrote a verse out of her Bible, and I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And then she was like, and it was really early in the morning, and she was making iced lattes so that her 3 sister-in-laws who worked and she didn't work, and they like drove through her driveway.
That's so
and
cute.
She made them exactly what they wanted, like an iced latte, but they like got to try out different things. And I was like, that's so sweet. And I was like, you should do that. And I was like, I'm the one that works, Noah. I was like, I'm not the one that's fun. I was like, Chloe needs to do that. But I don't know. I just thought it was like so sweet. I was like, oh, that is so cool. You know, so I thought.
Someday, whenever our house is up, I want to do have you seen where they have like a At Home Cafe.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
obsessed with those videos. It's like all the time.
So cute.
I'm ready right now. I think that we all three need to go in and get a nice espresso machine.
Yeah. But then where do we keep it?
We make a little. I've already thought.
We
about
keep it
this.
at Mount Achilles because that's the neutral.
Yeah,
ground.
that is the neutral ground. But I've already thought about this. If it's not a Mount Achilles, we're gonna do a tiny little building that the boys will make for us with a little elephant.
Cook shack.
Yeah, yes, it will be the cook shack. But we're gonna enclose it, and there's gonna be a fridge, and there's gonna be the syrups and a sink and the machine, and it's gonna be a little bar. We're gonna make it a bar, like you can sit at a bar, but then the inside, and we're gonna have an elephant sliding open thing, so you can slide it open. So it's a bar, but it's a coffee bar.
Cute.
I love it.
Thank you.
I can tell you right now, the guys are gonna be like, "No, we're not."
Yeah,
I know that
they
they're
want
not
to
gonna
turn that
do
into
it.
like a butcher area.
I know. Well, and I told them that they can't do that. It's the terrible location. It needs to be bigger than that.
It's really small.
I think
When
we
Micah
should
said
put
that, I
it-
was like, that's not enough room for the whole process.
Yeah. Noah is very into that idea.
situation.
He wants to be a butcher. Like
Yeah.
after he wants to do that. But I think we were thinking about putting it in the front of our property up there. Anyway, we can talk about that with the compound update. Okay, sorry, back to what we're talking about. Yeah. Yeah.
And then Laramie's favorite. I asked him what his favorite non-crunchy things were, and he said guns and nicotine. So
We're all allowed our vices, you know. Like we can all we're allowed.
Yes.
I have definitely more than two. I can tell you that. So I love that. And I feel like when I think of Laramie, I imagine like guns, but then like Levi. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know.
Levi with guns.
Yeah.
For like Father's Day when you did like the little setup for like all the dads, like I was like, I know exactly whose is whose. I was like, these all like Laramie's was like, oh yeah, like that's Laramie's.
Yeah.
Like
I loved it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. Did I go second?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will go second. So my favorite non-crunchy things, number one, baby formula. Store-bought baby. I I don't know what Ruth would be doing without
But
it.
you still get like the organic store-bought. It's not
Yeah,
just...
I get by Kendall Organic, which kind of means nothing. It's just store-bought baby formula. But obviously, like I said before, I had tons of problems.
Yeah.
I pumped for 10 months with Shiloh, which was the hardest thing I've ever done. And then for Ruth, I really wanted to breastfeed really, really bad. It's crazy how something can be so important to you and you just get, it turns out we don't have control over things. It's very true. So I couldn't. I literally, it was not working. No milk was coming. Nothing was happening. The pump was not working. I don't know what was wrong with me, something, but it doesn't matter. I tried some kind of alternative like baby formula, and she really didn't like that one either. And that was a really big learning curve for me because I was like, and that's when my doctor was like, I'm just a big fan of whatever works. And I was like, that is like, I don't know why that just like spoke to my soul. I was just like, that is so true. So anyway, I was like, as soon as like favorite non-crunchy things, I was like, baby formula. Like, thank goodness she's fed and happy. And so anyway, and then I put the ER because I was thinking about work and whatever. I could go on about this, but I mean, that's my job. It's literally like my career is to go in the hospital and take care of people. And let me tell you, we're not doing anything natural up in those walls. And it works, and people live, and people praise the Lord. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I just like feel like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think there's a lot of things that we do that if we included so many other remedies that people think are bogus, which is crazy because there's a lot of, evidence that it's not. I think that there's so much room to grow, but I'm also like not going to knock somebody that like wants to live another day that's going to come in and get IV antibiotics. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a time and a place. So I put that. And then I put Mexican food. Actually, I just wrote Mexican, but I didn't finish writing, but Mexican food. I don't care any which way. Seed oils, doesn't matter. I'm going to sit down and enjoy it. And I'm not going to think about what's in my food and I'm going to have a good time. So, because I was like trying to think of something like, I didn't even have to think about these. I was just like, these are my three. Like, I already know. I'm sure there's more, but you were talking about fragrance, y'all. Like, and I was funny because I was like, I'll put something about like how I can't do any fragrances because it makes like my asthma flare up. There's like no fragrance in our house except for our dish soap. I accidentally got the lavender. But it really bothers me. So we have like no fragrance in the house. And we went to that Airbnb for the wedding.
Yeah.
Their sheet smelled like Tide, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't breathe. Like it was so overwhelming. But it's okay. It worked out. So anyway.
Right.
Oh, and then Noah didn't give me his favorite non-crunchy. Let me think. He's actually told me the same thing about Mexican food. He would be in agreement with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Micah's was like fast food.
Yeah.
He was like specifically like Chick-fil-A.
Sure.
Like, I was like, yeah,
that peanut oil is
fast
different.
food is definitely one of mine. But shampoo.
Yeah.
The natural shampoo does not work for me.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
I actually agree.
Mine.
I went back to OGX. No regrets.
I use Pantene. Like, my hair's never looked better.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, the Garnier I have right now, like the honey one.
Yeah.
Works so well for my hair. I tried to use the Native works well for my hair, too. And I feel like not perfect, but more natural.
Less ingredients probably.
I've tried the one without the sulfates, and I'm like, my hair gets oily like 5 minutes after I dry it. Like that just like doesn't work for my hair.
I didn't know I was buying sulfate free. I actually have learned that I actually prefer sulfates with my shampoo. My hair actually really does do better on it. But I bought one that's sulfate free, and I have to wash my hair like 3 times.
Yeah, well, I just like. I gave it to Emery
like 3 times.
because it was like what I bought was expensive, and I was like, "Oh, this will work. It smells really good." I like used it a couple of times, and I wash my hair every other night because I can't stand it when my hair gets oily. I just feel like dirty. I don't know. I can't. I don't like my head gets itchy. I don't like it. So
you're allowed to not like when your hair gets oily.
But some people are like, just use dry shampoo. I don't like dry shampoo because
I wash my hair every day.
It makes my head so itchy.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'm a big dry shampoo girl, but fragrance free. But my shampoo actually does have fragrance in it.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get a whiff, and I'm like, my lungs are closed. Like, literally, I feel it, and I'm like, I can't breathe. Like, so I'm gonna have to find one that's fragrance free. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
The one that was like better for you, I gave to Emery, and Emery's like, this is the best shampoo ever. Someone like her hair's a lot like finer, thinner than mine, and my hair is so thick and like heavy. I'm like, maybe it's just like it doesn't work for super thick hair. I don't know. It just doesn't work for me.
I just feel like y'all are like the same. So it surprises me that one like we'll just put a picture of Emery right here so everyone knows. I would really like to have her on the podcast.
We were looking at our driver's license because we were like doing something. We both had to have them, and if you cover up the eyebrows, we look the exact same. And I was like,
her
oh my
eyebrows are
god.
a bit bolder, I feel
I think the first time I saw her, I was really like,
yeah, me too.
hope she didn't see that.
You know, I seriously, I like saw her, and I'm not gonna lie, I think I stood in a circle, and then I was like, wait, that's not Kendall. Like, I literally was like,
well, I think the first time Shiloh like saw me and Emery together, he was like, which one's Kendall? He was like looking at us.
And you're not twins.
I was like, I'm Kendall.
And we had that party, and some family member came up to Emery and was talking to her, and they were like, oh, like, you're not.
It was Grandpappy at y'all's wedding. He was like, hey. And Emery was like, hi. Like, trying to be
Your
nice.
Own grandfather?
And I went,
oh, Grandpappy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was
and I was like, Grandpappy, I'm Kendall. And he's like, oh. But it was so funny.
Grandpappy's so sweet. I love that. That's
but
funny.
even like Shelly, my aunt, she was like passing out gifts one year at Christmas, and she like gave me Emery's gift. She's like, "Oh, you're not Emery." I was like, "No."
That is so crazy.
But yeah, even my dad, he has to like do double take.
I wonder what it's like to look so much like another person that you get. Like, that's so crazy to me.
Yeah, everyone.
I just don't know what that
for,
feels like.
Like twins.
Yeah.
And then when we took Emery,
what's
to
your
like
age difference?
3 years.
Yeah, it's pretty significant. When you're young.
Yeah. Well, we went to Tarleton to like get Emery like dropped off and like all her stuff set up, and I like went with her to go get like a packet of stuff, and they thought she was the older sister, and I was like, how
So
old do I
offended.
look?
That's so
like
funny.
I kind of got like hurt, like kind of hurt my feelings. And I was like, you know what? One day, she's going to look like she's 50, and I'm going to look like I'm 40, so it's going to be fine.
That's so crazy, because I don't think that Emery has a mature face, but I swear it's the eyebrows. She has mature eyebrows.
Her eyebrows are so good.
They really are the best eyebrows I've ever seen. Yeah, they seriously are.
Someone told me one time, Emery just has such better eyebrows than you. And I was like, oh,
that's so rude.
That's so hurtful. Kendall, you have them.
That's
Kendall,
so rude, but okay.
Look me in the eyes when I tell you, I would pay to have your eyebrows.
But just the fact that, like, someone said that, I was like, okay,
That's so
thank
mean.
you.
There's some things you should just leave unsaid.
Yeah, that's.
But this person was very blunt. I love them to death, but I'm like, that's something you could have kept to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And now Emery, like, does not let me forget it.
Was it me?
No.
Thank goodness. Okay, I was like, oh no.
No.
Oh, okay, because I mean, don't get me wrong, Emery does have amazing eyebrows, but I also, like, you don't want to know what I look like without painting my eyebrows. So, I think everyone's eyebrows are better than mine.
But I just thought that was so funny that
Yeah.
someone said that.
Yeah.
But, and then nails. I, like, love getting my nails done.
I should have put that.
And I know that death nails is not good for you, breathing all that stuff in, but I don't care. I love having my nails
I like
done.
having, like, I like them being done, but I hate the process of going to get them
Yeah.
done, which is why I
get
just don't.
Mm-hmm.
I hate,
'Cause I
yeah,
hate going.
because I feel like it takes so long, and then they cut you with their little
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
I've
And you
been-
have small
I
nail
cut-
beds, I feel like.
I got cut like 3 times today.
I think they're so
I was like,
cute.
Oh, like, can we be done with this, please? Like, I don't care how they look anymore. Like, can we just move on from this process?
It sounds like you don't like any of this.
But I love having them done.
Yeah. I love, Chloe, the UV light, the gel. Now, I literally love it so much. It was the best gift ever. I actually, they need to be done desperately, but it was the best thing for me because I can get them done so fast and I don't have to go anywhere. And this is what I got done at the salon. I was like, I want my real nails and I want gel on them. And Chloe got me little gloves that cover my hands, so only my fingernails are exposed under the UV light. Actually, I have no idea if the gloves actually protect you from.
Brooks came
know
with
what?
the
I'm
gloves too, so I was like, maybe that's like.
Hmm.
I think we're not doing it at the nail salon, but
Yeah.
that's
And
funny.
it's so frustrating because I always like clean off my like, you know, when they're like clean, and then I'm like, oh, and then I put the gloves on and they have all these black fuzzies on them, and I'm like, I have to clean them off again. So I need to get in the habit of putting them on first. And you never know if your nails are gonna look good until you take the gloves off because it just makes them look so weird. So yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that. I put things I wish I did, and I didn't tell you how to do that, but I wish that I grounded more with my feet on the ground, like touch grass, you know. And then I wish I gardened. But I'll do more of that when we come out here and we actually live out here.
I do not have a green thumb. I have no problem going and picking all the onions and stuff. That was fun. But as far as like putting things in the ground and taking care of it.
Let's segue into the compound update. It's really short, I feel like. Yay. Okay, so the next segment, we're going to do a compound update. Anyway, continue, Chloe, with what you were saying.
That was it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have any problem going out there and picking stuff. But
I'm
taking care of it, I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know if
plant
I
back
have
there,
a green thumb or not.
Mike is keeping that plant alive because if it
Yeah,
was me,
I
that
killed
plant
it
would
right
be
here.
dead.
I killed a
It's so
snake
pretty.
plant. So,
So, Micah.
I have a aloe vera that Nana gave me, I think 2 years ago for my birthday, and it's sitting in my windowsill at our house, and that thing wants to live. And I just don't really do anything. I mean, I don't know. I do stuff though, and I don't know if I saw it on Google, but like the other day I was like, what if I like secretly am a really good like gardener? Because I was like clipping off all the dead parts, and then I was like kind of rearranging, and I like, you know, water it, and I was like, maybe I'll like be a good gardener, but I've never tried, so I don't know if I am or not.
whenever we were moving to McKinney, we had a few like little like
Cute.
cactus like
Yeah.
plants. And they were obviously the last thing we packed. And I think I was at work and Laramie was here and he was like getting stuff together. He put a plant in a box for like more than a week. And when we were unpacking things in McKinney, I was like,
He took the plant out of the
and it was
pot?
no, like he just put the pot in the box, like a cardboard box,
all
put the
the-
lid on it.
Oh, put the lid on.
Can you imagine potting the plant and sticking it in a box with all the dirt?
Well, that's what I thought you were saying. I was
that'd be
like,
so funny.
But yeah, we got to McKinney and I was like, what did you...
well, like he like didn't think to be like, I'll take this in, like prioritize.
Yeah, I don't
this
know.
plant.
I don't even
Yeah.
know how it happened, but it was just funny.
That's so
Just
funny.
opened a box and there was a dead plant
Well,
in there.
it makes me think about when we moved from the Wilson farmhouse to where we live now. We like brought plants like very last, and whenever I had put them in the trunk, and then when I got to the house, I opened the trunk and they all had just tipped over in the dirt, and the plant was just like out of the pot, and I was like, so we just like stuffed it back in there, and the aloe vera was fine. It literally was just like, it wants to live. Like, I do not know how it's alive.
That's funny.
And then we split it, and it's still alive. Crazy, because that was me. So, anyway, yeah. Okay, so the compound, we haven't even got there. We are harvesting, you know what, because they planted potatoes, white onions, yellow onions, basil. Did I say tomatoes already? Cucumbers, a whole bunch of stuff. I am not involved in this process whatsoever. I really have no right to be talking about it.
There was some garlic, but we didn't get very many.
That's a bummer, because I was really excited about the garlic. There's just a whole bunch of stuff, and we're like, they're harvesting Shiloh. I have a whole bunch of pictures like Shiloh digging dirt, taking out the potatoes, and it's just so awesome to see, like, you know, that you're getting food, and we all I don't know, get to reap the benefits, and I love that. Like, it's so awesome, and it came at a really good time because Noah and I were like, we're gonna try not to spend so much money on groceries, and we're just gonna try and use through like all the stuff that we have in our freezer and our pantry, and you know, all the stuff that you accumulate. And then it was like the harvest was here, and we're like, oh, like, what a blessing, you know. That's so fun. Talk about the gym. Where are we at with the gym?
Well, we have all of the wood that we need, but Laramie was like working on it, and then it rained a whole bunch. Like every day that he had free to work on it, it rained. Or we're always busy. We had something.
We're so busy. I feel like, so go.
Please sit down.
And then he's worked a bunch, and now it's hot. And
you don't want to be out there right now.
Okay, so he's got
slowly,
all the...
but we have all the wood.
It doesn't matter. It's gonna
be so amazing.
Oh my gosh, I'm like really
so excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Yeah.
I'm really disappointed about that weight thing. I was like, this is gonna be so good.
$50.
I know. And Micah was like, Kendall, that's not. I was like, no, it is. And I was like, oh yeah.
So sure. I love that Micah like didn't have any faith in you whatsoever. But then he was like,
that's way too cheap. I was like, this is just such a good deal. Like, obviously.
What else is going on in the compound? Noah has all the plumbing in our house, which is like so exciting. He's actually working on it. I wonder if he's out there right now. He's working on it right now, and he's really like, I mean, he won't say this, but he's like proud of himself because he got all the plumbing up so much faster than he thought that he would, and he's gonna have Keith, who's close.
Yeah, Grace or Amy, if y'all are listening, tell Keith he needs to come
out here.
Except this will be probably aired later, but
it's okay. He does have to come. Well, and it was so funny because Grace and Keith came to see our house because Noah was like, can you come like see? And Grace was like, oh yeah, like no charge. Like Keith will come out here and help you like with anything. And Keith was like, well, I don't know. He was just like, okay, I guess I'm doing that. It was just so funny. Like Noah was like, I'll just ask Keith like how much he wants because he was like, Grace was just like volunteering him like whatever you need. Like,
so
Keith
funny.
is here for you. Yeah,
sweet.
No, it was so sweet because Keith was just like not arguing at all. He was just
my favorite story from them was Grace was like, she was like, I was just like calling him, see what he was doing, and I like call him, and he's like, what do you want? I'm digging a hole like at work. She was like, I was just asking how you were.
That is
so to talk to you.
No, they're the sweetest couple ever. Like I just love them. We need to have Grace on here.
I know.
That would be so fun.
We need to ask her. And Amy, yeah. Anyway, so Keith is actually, Noah said he was going to text Keith today and have him come look at the plumbing. I guess we should clarify that Keith is a plumber. He's not just a friend. Yeah, Keith is a plumber who's going to come.
Friend.
Yeah, and a friend. And he's going to come look and confirm that he didn't totally botch it, basically. He looked at the code and basically just imitated exactly what code says. But also, like, every house is different, obviously, so we have to make sure. And
that,
then,
like, really impresses me that he can just do that, because my mom would be like, I just, like, can't do this. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. Awesome. Well, someone asked him,
like
they were like, how are you, like, doing that? And he was like, YouTube. Like,
YouTube University.
Yeah, that's what Micah always says. He's like, I
think it's so, like, I don't know. I just, like, it's just, like, attractive. I don't know, when they're like, I'll figure it out. And I'm like, thank you. Like, you know, like you can just do it. Like, I just love it. But so he's doing that. And then he told me something that I like loved. And we got this tile. I'll tell you what it is. We got this tile for the bathroom. And I like secretly was like, it's okay, you know, like, but like, we'll use it. And he was like, you can like get whatever tile you want. And I was like, what? Like, he was like, just get what you like. And I was like, this is the best thing that you've ever told me. Like, I literally,
Laramie told me, he was like, you keep like cooking like this, you can do whatever you want in the kitchen. And I was like,
You're like, this is the best color I've ever
Thank
seen.
you.
He even said, my debit card is at your disposal. And I was like, whoa, careful what you say.
That is so good. Oh my gosh, I love that. That's so funny because I'll joke sometimes, like, I'll do something like, oh, dinner's on me or something. And he's like, because like, obviously I'm the one that works, but he's just like, I don't like when you say that, or whatever. I love that. That's so good. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on with the house. I'm getting so pumped because when the plumbing goes in, as soon as they come and inspect it, insulation, because we already have electricity. So I'm like, the walls are going to go for like the, like the closing in the walls.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting so excited.
It's gonna be great. I'm excited to see like the
I'm excited to
product.
style that puppy. And the kitchen. I'm just like so excited. Okay, what else going on in the compound? What do you know about Micah? Is he moving? Are y'all moving?
Well, so we thought he like started the application process, been in communication with some of the professors, and then the professor like got back to me. He's like, well, actually, the applications don't actually open till August, and you don't find out till October.
Oh,
and we're just like, okay.
So what does that mean? Are you gonna apply multiple places?
Well, and like UT doesn't offer a spring semester. We found that out. Like they don't.
It never works out the way you want it to.
No, which we didn't really want to go to UT anyway, so that's fine.
Sure.
It's just like we're not gonna know as soon as we thought we were. And I think the last time we did the life update, I wasn't sure if I was gonna nanny, and I am nannying.
That's so great.
But I told them I was like, we might be moving in January. Yeah. And they're like, okay, like just let us know as soon as you can. I was like, well, no, I'm not gonna be able to let them know till like October. And I just feel really bad about that.
Just tell them. Just tell them you won't know.
Yeah. And they're okay with that. I mean, I was very upfront with them.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to start that job. But so yeah, we're just like, she's gonna be like 7-8 months.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun.
So cute. I keep seeing her like pictures on Facebook. I'm like,
oh. The swim lessons.
Oh yeah. There's a family that our friends with, Brooke and Colin. Brooke was on the podcast a couple weeks ago, and they want me to do swim lessons with their little boy. I'm so excited because I coached.
Who's little boy?
Brooke and Colin's like cousins.
Okay.
Their little boy.
Yeah.
And
I did not have a little boy.
No.
So what little boy are you talking about? I don't know. I just was like, what? Okay.
And so, hopefully we'll get that set up and everything. Just because
Who cleaned out the pool? The tiles at the bottom?
Oh, no, Laramie did that.
Oh, Laramie did it? I was like,
cleaned it out? Okay.
Because I
knew somebody did, but I can't remember who did it.
Well, I okayed it with Nana and Papa was like, is it okay if we even like use the pool before
I bet they were like, please use the pool.
Yeah. And Papa was like, well, there's still tiles at the bottom. I was like, I'll get them out. Like, don't worry. And I guess Laramie did. So thank you.
You just like dived down there just for fun?
Nana came up to me and she said, I know you get things done. So, and I was like,
because she's honestly asked Micah to do that several times, and Micah was like,
well, Micah is a bit...
Laramie loves
I mean, Laramie's really busy, too. I think Micah's busy far away. You know what I mean? And Laramie's busy, like, here.
Yeah.
So it does make for a little bit more time, yeah.
But do that. Micah absolutely loves his job. He's having so much fun with it, which I love for him.
I love that.
Because at first we were kind of nervous.
Yeah.
But
I heard that his boss, like, likes him.
No, yeah.
I love that. I love that for Micah.
And he was like really impressed with Micah, and I was like, duh, you should be impressed with him. He's amazing. But
yeah, I love that.
Yeah, he's just really happy at his job right now, and so yeah,
that's great.
What's going on with that.
I love it. Yeah, I love that we like heard about Kendall's life.
That's our update.
No, that's so good. I love it. I feel like other than that, I don't know. We're just like living our life on the compound. I'm just so looking forward to the stage of life where we all are, actually out here.
Mm-hmm.
it was kind of like I'm not, but that's okay. We'll make do. I told someone recently. I was talking to my coworker Maddie. Maybe she's listening, and I was like talking to her, and I was like, Mike and Kendall want a piece of land where like a river like runs through it, and she was like, what? And I was like, they want like land with river, and she was like, I just can't understand why that's something like what would drive your desire to want that? And I was like, I don't understand what you're not understanding.
Like Micah
they want a piece of land with a river running through it. Like,
Micah wants to fish all day, every day. That is what is.
Yeah, I was like, he's like a fisherman.
And I was like, why would you not want a river to let your kids play in?
I'm like, that sounds awesome. I don't know. It was just so funny. So Maddie, I did explain this to her though. I did explain it, and then she got it.
It's okay. It's not for everybody.
Yeah, it's
not everyone wants a river.
But
like,
want a river. I'm like, are you sure it's not for everyone? Because I'm like, I think that it is a desire. Surely everyone wants a piece of land with river. I don't understand. So anyway, yeah. So cool. That's all we got.
Yay.
Anything else?
Mm-mm.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.